Former President Donald Trump fought tooth and nail since May 2019 to keep his tax documents private, but the Supreme Court just cleared the way for the IRS to release his returns to a Democrat-led House committee. So, is this a big deal? If so, why? Let's bring in attorney Andrew Lieb back with us again tonight. Andrew, good to see you. So, a lot of people assume Trump probably didn't pay taxes, or he paid very little, relatively speaking. Trump has said in the past, that makes me smart. It means I know the system. We don't know what this is going to show. Why is this significant today, if you think it is? Does it get to anything like criminality?
I think there's three reasons, Chance, why it's significant. The first one is that he has this corporate case going against the Trump organization, showing that they were doing tax fraud by giving all these fringe benefits, and his CFO, Weisselberg, is testifying against him. Number two, we still have this situation where there's a civil case from the New York Attorney General who's alleging that he deflated his assets sometimes and then inflated them when he wanted to go get his loan. So he said to the lender, hey, my apartment's worth this amount, an exorbitant amount. And then he said, listen, to the IRS, oh, no, it's worth almost nothing. And then the third reason, the most significant reason of why this is coming out and why this matters to all of us today is that Trump can't get the people, the three justices appointed to the Supreme Court. The rule of law has held up, and they're going to go with the law, not who appointed them.
Okay, so I guess if this is going to aid any of those other investigations, you assume that the committee will vote in the next 3 weeks to make it public. Let's see about that. But on that last point there, are we getting a better idea now, Andrew, of where the Supreme Court stands on separation of powers?
I think we're getting a great idea about how the Supreme Court reads statutes. And this statute was very clear about what they could do. It's a statute, it's 6103F, and what it says is basically if the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee requests these documents, he can get the documents full stop. Interestingly, though, Chance, it also says that the chairman of the Finance Committee of the Senate can do exactly the same thing in exactly the same statute. So assuming the clock runs on the Ways and Means Committee, when the Democrats lose the House, they still have the Senate, and they can still go forward with the Finance Committee at the Senate getting the same documents.
Okay. And we all know turnabout is fair play in Congress. You know, Benghazi committee begets a different committee, you know, the next time the other party comes into power. So could this be used to empower Republicans to demand more information regarding President Biden's finances? For instance, we know a lot of House Republicans, they believe his money was tied up with his son Hunter Biden's foreign businesses, and they plan to investigate that. Could this open up a can of worms, maybe?
Yes, it opens up a door. I'm not going to say a can of worms, because most of the corruption allegations that you hear with respect to Biden's is about his son Hunter, not directly about him. And you see, the law that they're talking about right now is about presidents and vice presidents and about IRS auditing these types of people. It's not about public citizens. Now, do I expect fully, and I think you said it correctly, Chance, that this opens up a door for when we have a change in power? You're certainly going to see the Republicans investigating Hunter. But at the end of the day, I think Biden's disclosed his tax records, and he's willing to disclose them again. So I don't see it as big of an issue as I think President Biden would disclose his records immediately if requested, and I would hope he would do that.
Got 30 seconds. So for everyone out there saying more of the same, tell me something new, we might end up seeing something new with the actual numbers. But what do you think the greater impact politically, legally could be of this?
I think the greatest impact, again, is that we can rely on the Supreme Court. We all hear about how they're ideologues, and we hear about, hey, when you hear about abortion or these fringe issues, or I don't even want to say fringe issues, very important issues. But if you really read the decisions, even on abortion, or when you read any of their decisions, all they're doing is constitutional interpretation. And they may disagree with us on how to read the Constitution, but at the end of the day, I feel very comfortable that these justices, by and large, aren't politicians. They're justices of the Supreme Court, and that makes me sleep well at night.
They've checked the president and former president's assertions many times at this point. Andrew Lieb, thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up.